right, now that we have our pigeon done, we're gonna go in and retrace all of our lines. We're gonna use either a black Sharpie or black oil pastel. Now, if you get a giant, you have to use a giant black Sharpie for this because the little black Sharpies get ruined on painted paper. You'll notice that it comes at an angle, and we wanted to use just the tip of it. So I'm gonna hold it so that I have just the tip, and I'm gonna go around and just gentle pressure, very nice and slow, retrace all of my Sharpie line. So this is good because sometimes we might have had a tough time, you know, staying in the lines. Now the 2 necklines and the wings. And I can even see that. We're also gonna do the feet now. So the feet are gonna be 2 lines, horizontal, with 1, 2, an upside down V, and you can even extend that middle one. That's kind of what his feet usually look like. Now I want to make this part white again because I accidentally painted it in. So what we're going to do is use oil pastel, and just like you do with coloring, you're going to outline the shape first, try to stay in the lines. And what's neat is oil pastels, sometimes you can draw pretty easily on top of painted paper. So look at that. We just want to be careful not to rub our hand up against it. All right, so now that we have that done, we can even get an orange oil pastel and very carefully outline our shape first. Don't rub your hand against it. You can start to color in that beak. Looks great, friends. Okay, friends. So now that we have that done, we're gonna go in and start to add some details for the background. So for this step, we're going to use oil pastels to make our clouds. And what we're gonna do, and we're gonna push hard on these, is like little U shapes or like a circle that almost looks like a flower or U that goes around. And then we're going to very slowly in circles color that in with a lot of pressure. Now, these are just kind of like clouds in the sky that we're gonna put in there. So do you wanna put all your clouds in one spot? No, you wanna spread them around, and they don't all have to be the same shape, but clouds are usually very curved. They don't, you know, have sharp edges to them. So again, I'm gonna go in and fill those in, but I'm working around my paper. All right, so I'm actually gonna create some space in my art, and I'm gonna make it look like there's some clouds. The clouds are going behind my pigeon. So watch what I do. I'm gonna draw a cloud that looks like it's coming out of his neck. So I'm gonna draw from his neck and come back, but I'm not gonna get any on his neck. So when we have one object or shape going on top of another, we're able to create space. So by drawing just half of that cloud coming out of the pigeon's neck, we're now able to make it look like there's a cloud behind that pigeon. I'm going to do another one here. So basically I just draw half of it, and then I go in and I fill it in carefully, not getting any of the cloud in the pigeon. If I draw a cloud in front and on the pigeon, it's going to look like the cloud's in front of the pigeon or behind it. Yeah, it's going to look like the clouds in front of the pigeon. So I just want to do a little overlapping where there's some clouds going behind him by having him in the front. All right, so I spread those clouds out. That looks great, friends. The last step is to add our pigeon's little word bubble. What we're gonna do is you're gonna get a small piece of paper, and you're gonna cut along the line very carefully of that bubble, and then we're gonna flip it over so that the word in front is on the back. Add some glue. And then we're going to take it, we want to kind of line it up so that this part lines up with the beak. I accidentally drew my pigeon on the wrong side, so I'm going to kind of just make it so that this overlaps that beak a little bit, rub. Part of it goes off the paper, but that's okay. All right, friends, and there is our pigeon project.